everyone. It is Friday. How are you tonight? Welcome to Friday. Yes, you have done it. You have made it all the way to Friday. At the tail end of week 62, 63. Yes, you are. You are right at the tail end of it. It is great to have you with us this Friday night. What are you grateful for this Friday night? As we are closing in on the end of another week. One more day to go. 6 down, 1 to go. You know, we're here. Hey, Adele and Dazzle, how are you? Great to have you here. It's treat time, Dazzle. That's what I'm talking about. If you can lift your head up at the end of this Friday, Dazzle, that is. Hey, Kitty, how are you? What are we all grateful for tonight? A weekend off. All right, Jennifer. Glad that slave driving boss of yours is being flexible for a change. I am glad he is. Hope all is well with the Welties. Oh, the electric, yes. Losing power is just the worst. I mean, you know, it happens more often than not to us in the country, and we're getting storms through. Not as severe as the other day, but it is rain. Rain today drove the shoppers inside. That's what I am hoping for. Aha, so the Kurt is working all weekend, so you can have off, Jennifer. Boss babe right there. Jennifer's in charge. I love it. I love it. Yeah, you're supposed to be sending all that rain our way, Kitty. So it is raining right now. I was going to take stuff out to the composter, and I said, it's really pouring out there right now. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, we're supposed to be in the 40s this weekend, so I don't know what that's going to do for us. I'm not excited about that. It's not a good Memorial Day, but it may be good for shoppers. It's not, not a good barbecue type weekend. But I'll take if it drives the shoppers in like it did for Kitty, I'll take that. We had some of them out there today, so I'm good with that, and I've had them shopping online as well. So that is all good. That is all good on this 28th day of May. Final weekend of May. We're all trying to make it a big one for More Money May. Put May in the book strong. Let's end May on a high note. And if it takes some rain to get them in the store, well, let's have the rain. The campers came to get pants. I love it, Kitty. I love it. I love it. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I think that's awesome. Ooh. Excuse me. I'm ready for a nap. That's what I'm ready for tonight. Where did I get my glasses? There they are. I am ready for some glasses. No barbecuing or gardening in the rain. Nope. No. But hopefully they will shop, I mean, I'd like to barbecue. I mean, I refilled the propane, so it'd be nice to be able to barbecue. But, ultimately, shoppers puts a smile on my face. So we'll see what happens. Let's get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight, we are on page 154, if you're following along in the book tonight. Good morning. Don't wait on anyone to make your favorite thing. Go make your own favorite thing. Go. That's your good morning. We are broadcasting tonight on YouTube and Facebook, so if you're having any problems with Facebook, you can hop right on over to YouTube. Cassandra posts the link in the comments there for you. So if you do have any Facebook issues, we can hop right on over. It's Friday night trivia, folks. Friday night trivia. One of these stories is fake. The others are actually real. For National Burger Day, which is today. Today is National Burger Day, although we had Indian takeout tonight. Today is National Burger Day. Sonic created a limited edition Krabby Patty. For National Burger Day, Sonic created a limited edition Krabby Patty. Number 2, the newest Apple Store is housed in a 17th century palace. Number 3, Coca-Cola is now selling freeze-dried coffee and green tea cubes. And number 4, you can pick up an instant ramen-themed Rubik's Cube on Amazon. So one of those stories is false. The other 3 are all real. For National Burger Day, Sonic created a limited edition Krabby Patty. The newest Apple Store is housed in a 17th century palace. Coca-Cola is now selling freeze-dried coffee and green tea cubes. And you can pick up instant ramen-themed Rubik's Cubes on Amazon. One of those is false. The other 3 are true. What's false, people? Our quote from Simon tonight is, we don't build trust when we offer help. We build trust when we ask for it. We don't build trust when we offer help. We build trust when we ask for it. Our friends at Google, the Google people, the Alphabet, as their corporate name is such, think the future is in retail brick and mortar. Okay? A company with billions of dollars, billions of extra dollars. What do you do with them? If you've got billions of extra dollars, you open a retail store. And that's exactly what Google is going to be doing, where it will open its first retail store in New York City this summer. Because it's got no place to meet with people in real life. And everybody's betting on Google, saying to reach customers wherever possible, including in person, especially post-pandemic, that you meet people in person. But to succeed, they also have to be cool. So, the store will showcase how Google's products and services work together. But they got to be cool. Also joining brick and mortar now, because that's where it's at. If you've got billions of dollars, even if you don't have billions of dollars, you should be in in-person retail. But the people with billions are betting on it. And if you know they're putting their money into brick and mortar retail, it must have something good going on. And the next newest one to do it, speaking of cool, is Kardashian Closet will open its first retail store in Las Vegas. The Kardashian-Jenner resale site will also enter new categories beyond fashion. It'll open it at the Strip's new Resort World Hotel. The location will open on June 24th. Said Cynthia Bussey, Kris Jenner's cousin, and this will allow customers and fans from all over the world to experience firsthand Kardashian Closet in person. The location will offer apparel and accessory from the Kardashian-Jenner family closets that are already available on the e-commerce site, with new pieces, so omni-channel pieces, with new pieces added weekly. And they also plan to expand beyond fashion once the store is open. They already have a loyal customer base and a bunch of YouTube influencers posting unboxing videos with our Kardashian closet. I have yet to unbox a Kardashian closet box. They've sold nearly 9,000 pieces and has a 40% repeat customer rate. Ooh. Because people are obsessed with the Kardashians. You can find things for as low as $25 for leisure offerings, to as high as $55,000 for a rare Hermes Birkin bag. Oh, back to trivia. So we've got some guesses on trivia. So again, on the trivia this week, for National Burger Day, Sonic created a limited edition Krabby Patty. Number 2, the newest Apple store is housed in a 17th century palace. Coca-Cola is now selling freeze-dried coffee in green tea cubes, or you can pick up instant ramen-themed Rubik's Cubes on Amazon. And people are going with number 2, that the newest Apple store is housed in a 17th century palace. No, that is true. You know, you got to pay the rent on the palace too. You know, upkeep on the palaces aren't cheap. You rent out to Apple. What else you got to do? This week's fake news is, for National Burger Day, Sonic created a limited edition Krabby Patty. They did not. They did not, although that's a good marketing strategy. I guess they didn't want to give SpongeBob any money, but a limited edition Krabby Patty would have been good. Sounds better than freeze-dried coffee from Coke, which is true, or a ramen-themed Rubik's Cube. The world's new richest person. Where's Michelle tonight when you need her? The world's new richest person is Bernard Arnault. Bernard Arnault. And why do we care who Bernard Arnault is, besides that he is the world's richest person and a billionaire? Hey, Kelly, how are you? Great to have you with us tonight, live. Sorry we started without you. Why do we care about Bernard Arnault? Well, Bernard is the head of LVMH. He is the French fashion tycoon. The French fashion tycoon is now besting the Bezos and Elon Musk. Although him in the daily tracking poll, Bernard and Bezos keep on trading spots. But he is worth significantly more than Elon Musk. And on the year, he is worth 300 million more than Jeff Bezos. See what fooling around with your secretarial duty of Bezos? You could be number 1, but you had to fool around and get a divorce. So an undivorced Bezos would still be number 1. But Bernard, with nearly almost $200 billion, 300 million more than Bezos. The real crazy thing is Bernard's fortune has jumped more than 100 billion in the last year. I mean, 100 billion in a pandemic. He has jumped, and he now owns Tiffany's. So that is pretty interesting. If he's looking to do anything with his excess cash, I got an address for you. I can send a wiring instructions. I'm just saying. The Pay in 4 apps are taking it to another level. The Sezzles and Afterpays and such are kicking it up a notch, okay? And now getting into extended quick financing for your purchase. Sezzle is now partnering with Ally Bank to offer longer term financing. Okay, rather than just the regular pay in four for larger purchases, you can stretch it out from 6 to 60 months. With competitive interest rates, monthly payments over time, and an example of a monthly payment would be $174 for a $1,000 purchase over 6 months, financed at 14.99%. But you can choose any of the options from the pay in four, normal pay in four, to longer term options at checkout now with Sezzle and its partner Ally Bank. So they are working on taking it longer, a longer game for bigger purchases, which will benefit retail. So again, a nice, easy app to be able to finance your purchases. And I am sure we will see others follow that. I am quite positive we will see others follow that. But, part of that is we'll have to see what's happening, because Americans have been saving more during this pandemic and they've been paying down debt. So are Americans ready to hop back into longer term financing? Probably, maybe not tomorrow, but I think in the long run that'll probably happen, because those habits are hard to kill. But if it helps get us more sales in the near term, I'm okay with that. I can't make the financial decisions of our of every individual household. So there's not a lot of difference. It's just another thing that you can finance with. It's just another financing tool. Think of it as using it, Kitty, as a house charge. Like going into Raymore and Flanagan and opening a Raymore and Flanagan charge or a Sears charge. You have a MasterCard, or you have another credit. You have a Visa, but now you have a remarkable resale card. Is the way I would think about it. Is that you actually have one of those cards, or a Montgomery Ward card. I'll age myself, a Montgomery Ward card and such. So I mean, it is that kind of logic of giving it, store financing, making simple store financing easy for the merchant to attract people where you're not tying up their money in other ways. Hey, Jennifer, how are you today? Great to have you with us tonight. Great to have you with us. Yeah, it's totally going circular back to store cards. It's totally going back to that. All the store cards sold all their stuff out. That was part of the GE Capital explosion in financing back in the day. And they sold all their cards to like GE Capital and stuff. Now Synchrony owns a lot of the private label store cards. It's the company that owns a lot of private label store cards. But and Citibank, Synchrony and Citibank own a lot of them. Yes, I do remember when you used cash, Rose. I do remember cash. Or small department store cards. I remember sitting in front of congressmen explaining how credit card fees, merchant fees, are a top 5 expense for a retailer. A top 5. I mean, it's usually in the top 3 for many retailers, is merchant fees. And explaining to them and making them get out their wallet. Sitting with congressmen, get out your wallet and show me what credit cards. Oh, you earn airline points, or you earn cash back. You know who pays for that? I do. Every time you swipe at a small business, congressman, every time you think you're doing good by a small business, we pay extra so you can get those rewards. And so, it's through education that we make that better. That didn't solve anything that day or that time. But it's continuing that conversation. It's knowing that conversation is a long game. But when you talk about top 5 expenses for a retailer, you've got rents or occupancy costs. You've got payroll. If healthcare is broken out from payroll, you have healthcare and you have merchant fees. It's always a top expense of any retailer. So the pain is real, Rose. The pain is real. As things are opening up, people are looking, and I love this quote, okay? Most people don't realize how substantial the fees are, Rose. That's why I continue the conversation. They don't know unless you talk about it. They don't know unless you talk about it. But cash is still a higher percentage of sales than they said it would be post-pandemic or during the pandemic. And cash is still used. People are looking for joy. People are looking for joy right now as they come out and look to a reopening world. And that is what museums and cultural institutions are trying to sell as they welcome back visitors. Just simple joy. People want a reason to be happy. Did you get your vaccination at CVS? Well, CVS, starting June 1st, is going to be offering anybody that got vaccinated at CVS can enter to win Super Bowl tickets, cruise trips, and more to people that got vaccinated at CVS. They plan to give out $125 $500 prizes, $5,000 prizes for family reunions, another 100 prizes for 7-day cruises, and a VIP trip to the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, among other prizes. There's going to be a ton of prizes. You can start entering on CVS's website beginning June 1st. If you were vaccinated at CVS, or if you're getting it, you have it scheduled to get it at CVS, or you come in during the month of June and get it, you will be entered. So, but you have to enter. You have to enter. If you've already been vaccinated, you're still eligible, as long as you were vaccinated at a CVS. You're going to see this from state to state, and they're calling it guarded optimism as virus briefing era is coming to an end. And this is the Connecticut governor talking about it, where, he held his last scheduled COVID briefing on Thursday. And one of the questions, and this is what I thought was really important, okay? And it was this question was tossed out there in the middle of this quote-unquote victory lap by the governor himself. And the governor said, is Connecticut declaring victory too soon? After all, George W. Bush got on the aircraft carrier and turned out to be the third inning of the war in Iraq, and he had a big mission accomplished sign behind him. Are we being a little premature here, or do you think with vaccinations we've turned the corner, and with vigilance we're going to be in good shape a year from now? The former FDA commissioner, Dr. Scott Gottlieb, pushed back against the governor's self-probing question. The end of the coronavirus press briefings was not a victory declaration, Gottlieb said. It was an interim victory declaration. I think we're in as good a place as we can be given all the circumstances. I do think that this is an interim victory, and I think the next round of COVID and how we grapple with it is going to look different. It's going to look different. It's going to happen. There's going to be COVID still out there, but it's going to be different. Tomorrow, we open our store for the first time in Massachusetts since we were allowed to reopen last June. I mean, almost a year to the date, 10 days shy of when we were allowed to open last year, 12 days shy of when we were allowed to open last year. We will open in Massachusetts allowing people to come in unmasked, because we do not want to be the mask police. We want to encourage masking. We want to encourage that. I'm encouraging among our staff. I did a census this week of our staff, and we are basically 2/3 of our staff is vaccinated and 1/3 of it is not. Is basically how that works out. And that's basically how society is going to work out. I mean, I've talked about this a lot. I've quoted different stats, but there is your ECI store stats, your Neil's team stats. 2/3 of our team is vaccinated. 1/3 as of tomorrow morning when we unlock the doors is not. That's all I can do with that. I am going to do like CVS is doing with incentives. I will be offering incentives to our team to give that last push to see if I can move the needle any to get more people vaccinated. But I am glad that as of going in, at least we're running with the averages. 2/3 vaccinated. I had a couple people tell me how many times they had been COVID tested as well. How many negative COVID tests they've had. But, that is where we're at. I like this sign. I'll post this if you want it. This is a sign that the Retail Association of Massachusetts put out for us, and I thought this was good. If you're not vaxxed, wear a mask. So I did like that sign. If you're not vaxxed, wear a mask. I'm happy to upload a copy of that for you guys. If you'd like that, happy to put that out there for you so that everybody can have that. It's just whatever we can do to help people along with it, and, realize that, you didn't grow a horn out of your head. You didn't have fingers fall off. The government's not tracking you. And if they are, you're really not that interesting. I'm sorry. Whatever it is, whatever concerns people have, the reality is in today's world, you're better off if you're vaxxed than not being vaxxed. So that is what I am encouraging. And I continue to encourage. And I'm going to incentivize my staff again. I'm going to give everybody that's vaxxed $100 to if they've been vaxxed, and encouraging it. Is it legally okay to say that I'm not hiring you because you're not vaxxed? Yeah, you can require vaccinations as part of employment right now. I wouldn't. I don't know that I'd be open about it, but yes, you can. It has been said that you can do that. It's walking a fine line, and you have to be consistent with that, though, extremely consistent. Even when you have your aunt cover for you, if she's not vaxxed, it doesn't matter that she's family or living under your roof. So you have to be consistent. Is the most important thing in what you do. And there's very strong beliefs on this, one way or the other, or concerns, and I appreciate those. And in my message to staff today, as we get preparing to open the doors tomorrow, it is, I don't want you to have to be the vax police, but the virus is still out there. And at this point, everyone has had the opportunity to get vaccinated. Everyone has had the opportunity. If you wanted to get vaccinated, everyone has had the opportunity to. So that existed. So that's all we can do. And that's great, Kitty. That 5 out of 6 is above average. 5 out of 6 is above average, and that the one that isn't is wearing a mask is awesome. That's great. That is really very good. The concern is real. The concern is real. But if you have you have had the opportunity to be vaccinated. Everyone has. You can walk in. Just out getting takeout tonight, I passed 3 signs: walk in to get vaccinated, accepting walk-ins. So, I mean, there's plenty of opportunity. There's no cost if you're out and about. I mean, it is easy to do, and there's plenty of incentives. And I'm gonna be putting out $100 bill there to all my team and see if I can move the last of them by the other 2/3 being excited that I'm gonna give them $100 for being vaccinated. So I'm hopeful that moves some portion of those that aren't. But the sympathy train goes down for those that get it at this point, where if you got COVID, you're not going to get the level of sympathy for it. And, we had one person get it really bad, her and her whole family. So, we have examples of it. Everybody does. And I don't want that example to be my unvaccinated team, but I can't make them at this point get vaccinated. I don't want to make them do that, but I will incentivize it. So, I'm told $100 bill moves the needle. We will see. I will keep you posted if $100 bill moves the needle anywhere, and see if we close the gap. Maybe we'll get a third down to 20% or something, which would be great. It would be worth the effort and worth the expense if that's what happens. So we'll see. We'll see if that what happens with that, and I'll keep you posted on it right here. You know what else? This video and everything I talk about goes over to narcs.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. All the files, the reference points, and a direct link to this video on the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and yes, ring the bell so you know when a new video drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business: the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. We're here to help everybody make it across the finish line. I am here every night at more 8 than ish, live in the Narcs private Facebook group. That's where I am, and I'll be back here tomorrow night. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. I made progress on my inbox today. Forward progress on that. It is not nearly as awful as it was this morning when I took to it. You can also, tomorrow is Self-Care Sunday Eve. And we're always looking for good recipes for the recipe of the week. If you've got a great family recipe that you want to share, just email it to me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight, we are on page 154. If you were not here at the top of the program, our good morning today is good morning. Don't wait on anyone to make your favorite thing. Make your own favorite thing. Go! Our good night tonight is good night. Don't let anyone set parameters on your dreams. Your dreams are yours and yours alone. Go! Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abrams, and I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, an anniversary party. Yes, we're partying here tonight, Cassandra and I. Well, we had a nice anniversary dinner. I don't know when we'll party again, but we will party again in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you and you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. It's time for dessert, everyone. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Julie.